from varsity students' grants onto the quest for IEBC leadership. Former Deputy Chief Registrar of the Judiciary Francis Kakai Kissinger has told the IEBC Selection panel he was dismissed by the judiciary to allowing investigations into a 300 million shillings graft case in 2015.
Kissinger, who was among the 4 applicants interviewed on Tuesday, denied any culpability in the case in which he was recommended for prosecution alongside the then Chief Registrar Gladys Boss Shollei over the controversial procurement of a palatial home in Runda for the then Chief Justice.
Abdiaziz Hashim has details of the interviews for the post of chair of the electoral body.
Back in 2015, the then Chief Registrar Gladys Boss Shollei, alongside High Deputy Francis Kakai Kissinger and other high-ranking judicial officers, made the headlines after the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission (EACC) recommended their prosecution over graft claims.
And among the people who EACC recommended for prosecution was also your name.
And while you are serving, you don't understand what will hit you.
10 years later,
that I have a questionable integrity question, then I wouldn't have applied. I applied knowing very well, with clarity of mind, that I will walk the path of truth.
the incident will feature as he presented himself to be interviewed by the IEBC Selection panel for the post of chair.
There were issues or investigations touching on one of the courts that had not been constructed. The investigating agencies heard about it and moved into the institution.
Kissinger, alongside 5 others, were charged for allegedly flouting the Public Procurement Act in purchasing a palatial home worth 300 million shillings in Runda, Nairobi County for the then Chief Justice.
So it wasn't about a palatial home for the Chief Justice. It was about a court.
There was that issue of the court that I've explained. There was also the issue that arose about the house.
He further told the committee he was advised to step aside from his role to allow investigations into the claims. Meanwhile, former Nairobi County Assembly Clerk Jacob Ngwele was haunted by audit queries during his tenure at City Hall as he faced the interview panel.
Part of the scheme was to create a fictitious or malicious accusation that we had not supplied, we had paid for goods not delivered, books worth around 800,000, and that complaint was based on a draft report of the internal auditor.
Ngwele, who at the end of his tenure fell out with members of the county assembly, pledged to form a good working environment if appointed.
The first one, first of all, was to institute a malicious criminal case against myself and my management officers. We were arrested, Kamata Friday, we were thrown out, we went to court, and the court under Section 210 returned us back to office.
This as Erastus Edung assured the panel that if appointed, he will address the course of election in the country, this coming in the backdrop of the poll body requesting 61 billion shillings to conduct the 2027 polls.
We will have, as new commissioners, we have to sit with our secretariats to understand the cost, the costing element, the cost aspects of our work.
The search for the next IEBC chairperson will conclude tomorrow, as that of the 105 commissioners will kickstart on Thursday this week. Abdiaziz Hashim for Prime Edition.